Yeah.
What's Shake and Bacon? It's remember Shake and Bake? Oh my God, what happened to Shake and Bake? Did they go out of business? Anywho, what's the T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with a new Spill the Tea video. So recently, Porsha Williams sat down and did an interview, and she had a lot to say about her marriage and whether or not she would return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get into the part where she talks about whether or not she will return first.
But will she take her snatched bod back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
I live such a peaceful life. I'm married to my best friend and I get to cuddle him and everything else. For me to disrupt my world, number one, it would cost a nice amount of money. Number two, I just would want it to make sure it's a great environment for me and my family.
Now, Porsha girl, let's not pretend like last season you wasn't dropping little bits and pieces and nuggets to the blogs, making it seem like you were going to return to the show, and it did not happen. Like, they cracked me up, like her and Nene cracked me up acting like it would take them so much to come back. Girl, whatever, your butt will be back next season. Get out of here. If they ask you back, you're gonna come back. Just say, yeah, I would love to come back. Like, I guess you got to play hardball to get the money that you want, I guess. But let's get into when the interviewer asked her about her relationship with Kandi and Kenya.
Speaking of playing nice, Porsha and Kenya Moore have apparently resolved their beef.
I went to a birthday party and Kenya was there. We were chatting and I posted the picture and I couldn't tag her. And I was like, why can't I tag you? And I was like, am I blocked? And then she was like, no, you're not blocked. And then, I realized that she was following. So now I followed. And so now, we're following each other again. And believe it or not, she and I share some giggles in the DMs here and there. We're just not close friends,
And as for rebuilding her friendship with Kandi,
nobody knows this. When we came back from the Philippines,
but will she take her snatched bod back to the Real Housewives?
And all that drama had happened like a year or two before. She and I had this long flight and we talked. And we had that meeting of the minds and hearts that no one knew about. And then we just slowly built on from there. She was at my wedding, having a great time. But I think that it's just beautiful when women can grow up and, find such a peaceful place to build a friendship.
I was happy to hear that come out of Kenya's mouth when she sat down and did her interview with Carlos King. I have always said I thought that they got off on the wrong foot, and that if they would have came together, they could have been like the ultimate dynamic duo. I hated the season when Kenya came back after having Brooklyn, and they started off that season on such a good track, and then Porsha midway just turned on her. I don't want to hear no arguments about it down below in the comment section. I said what I said. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Anywho, but I hated the way Porsha turned on Kenya, because Kenya really went into that season trying to be friends with her. And it was like once Porsha and Nene were good, it was like F Kenya all over again. And I really hated that. And I hope that if she does come back, she acts like she got some sense and plays nice, because her and Kenya, honestly, even though the beef between them throughout the years has been entertaining, I honestly did not like it. But I think that they do better together, because if you go back to that season, they had some funny moments with each other. They had some kikis with each other, especially that episode when they were in Canada for, what's that girl name that left the show after sleeping with Bolo? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Banana Face. Anywho, they had a kiki on their rooftop party, honey, and they was talking to somebody, and Kenya and Porsha was cutting up together, and it was so funny to me. I'll never forget that scene. So I would love for her to come back and to, be cool with Kenya. Of course, they'll never be besties, but I like that. And then as far as her relationship with Kandi, I felt like her and Phaedra did Kandi 100% wrong. I'm happy that they have been able to mend things. They were just seen together at the Renaissance tour. altogether. So, you know, I just hope she comes back and plays nice and not do the typical Porsha stuff that she's done in the past. Now, let's get into what she had to say about Simon, honey, not having no red flags for her.
Married life is amazing. It's just such a blessing to have like my own best friend, you know, that I get to cuddle with. You know what I'm saying? Like last night was not a formal date night at all. We just took advantage of the fact that PJ was with her dad, and we just had drinks, and we just sat on our downstairs on our patio. We didn't even turn the TV on. We didn't turn the TV on. We didn't turn on music. It was just he and I just sitting down there chatting, talking. I think we cried about something. I don't know. Maybe that was the alcohol, but I don't know. It's just so good, y'all. Find y'all partner. Keep y'all standards high, okay? And if it's someone that's showing red flags, just leave, okay? Period. I don't care. It could be the smallest red flag. You are not meant to fix them. Walk away. Because when I tell you, my husband didn't have red flags. He had red flags to other people. But to me, I knew they were not red flags for me. So if he had red flags that were red flags for me, I would have walked away. And when I tell you, it's just so wonderful, y'all.
Baby, pigs must be flying and the UFOs have touched down and the aliens have invaded. Put the chain on the door. The enemy is here. Girl, why did she let that come out her mouth? Because when they divorced, people are going to pull that clip up immediately because we all know this marriage is not lasting. I give Simon and Porsha maybe a good 2 more years. Baby, what you mean this man ain't got no red flags? So it wasn't a red flag when you met him when he was married to your co-star on the show, and he's had multiple marriages, and he got clauses where you got to go as soon as it's over. You know, people say he a scammer. Like, none of those things ring a bell to you. Okie dokie, all righty. Okay, Simon ain't got no red flags, and I'm a size 2. That whole relationship is a red flag. Child, both of y'all are red flags. Like, Porsha, you shouldn't have never ever let that come out your mouth, baby, because that is going to come back to bite you in the behind, honey. Watch what I tell you. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Porsha's interviews and what she had to say, child. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. You guys, I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.